William Shakespeare is perhaps the most recognized and renowned name in all of literature. Commonly referred to as a bard, he was both a playwright and a poet. During his lifetime, he wrote more than 30 plays and over 150 sonnets. Shakespeare was born in Stratford-upon-Avon in Warwickshire, England. Although we do not know the exact date of his birth, records indicate that he was christened in the Holy Trinity Church on April 26, 1564, to John and Mary Alden Shakespeare. Very little is known about Shakespeare in his youth. As a boy, he probably attended school. As a young adult, it's been speculated that he might have worked as an apprentice to a butcher, or he may have begun working for his father, who was a glover. In his early 20s, Shakespeare met and fell in love with Anne Hathaway, who was 8 years his senior. During his courting of Anne, she became pregnant and the two got married. Anne gave birth to their daughter Susan and later their twins Judith and Hamnet. Shakespeare would later abandon this family in pursuit of his career. Shakespeare took up the quill and began to craft the plays that we still read and see performed today. Among them are tragedies such as Romeo and Juliet, the comedies such as A Midsummer Night's Dream, and the histories such as Richard I. He and his acting crew, the King's Men, were known to perform these plays at the Globe Theatre under the watchful and intrigued eyes of the English monarchs. Queen Elizabeth I was particularly fond of Shakespeare's work. During this time, Shakespeare was also writing sonnets. It is believed that he started writing these sonnets at the request of the mother of Henry Wriothesley, the Earl of Southampton. She wanted to urge Henry to marry, and so she commissioned Shakespeare to write these sonnets in order to persuade him. It is also believed that some of the sonnets are addressed to Shakespeare's mistress, a woman known only as the Dark Lady. His career as playwright and poet is memorable despite its brevity. Shakespeare died when he was only approximately 52 years of age. His death is recorded as April 23, 1616. Shakespeare's life and work still attracts tourists to England. If you ever decide to go to England, make sure you pay a visit to his childhood home and his grave in Stratford-upon-Avon. You might even join in a parade held in honor of the late playwright. Or you could visit the replica of the Globe Theatre in London and experience firsthand what it might have felt like to be in Shakespeare's audience over 400 years ago. But Shakespeare is timeless. His work remains influential and entertaining today, and can be found just as readily on the silver screen as on the stage. Hi, I'm Lauren Taylor Latham, and this is my presentation on William Shakespeare.